So if you're here because you read my book, Why Am I Scared? And you want to learn a little bit more about tapping, welcome. If you just want to learn about tapping anyway, welcome of course. We're happy to have all of you here today. And I said I would break down tapping in a little bit more detail because not all of us find it easy to read it and not all of you are able to come to my live sessions. So the way that tapping techniques work is that we tap on the body, on certain parts of the body, including the side of the hand and parts on the body, which I'm going to break down for you, while we're thinking about the problem. So that's the main thing you've got to consider. What is your problem? Think about it. Find a number on a scale of 1 to 10 or 0 to 10, whichever way you find it easier to count. Write that number down and then do the technique and then see how you feel afterwards. And the more you do tapping, the easier it will get. And it's definitely one of those things that it gets so much easier if you just practice it. And really practicing is just thinking, what is it that's bothering me today? And tapping on that. The process, after you've decided what the number is, we do the setup statement, which is tapping on the side of the hand. And I'm going to show you that in a moment. And then we do the reminder statement where we tap on the points on the body, thinking about the problem and tapping at the same time. So think of what the problem is, think of the number, and the first thing we're going to do is the setup statement. Are you ready to learn that right now? Good. So this part on the side of the hand, we tap. This is called the karate chop point, or the side of the hand. We tap on that, think about the problem, and say, even though I have this problem, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Okay, obviously we don't say, even though I have this problem, maybe that's not so obvious. We think about what the problem is. So if today I was thinking about the fact that I couldn't get my hair right and I'm stressed and I got too many things going on, I might get very specific and say, even though I have technical issues and I'm stressed, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. So what else might you be tapping on? What other problems might you have? You might feel overwhelmed. Even though I feel overwhelmed, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Or you might say, even though I don't have any energy today and I've got a lot to do, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. So you see, it's whatever the problem is. So the first part of the setup statement is the problem. And the second part is the affirmation. So I have this problem, I accept myself. As you get to know tapping and you get to know me and check some of the other videos, you'll see that you don't have to say those words. Some people have problems saying I deeply and completely love and accept myself and they try something else. So for example, if you're working with children, those words probably wouldn't resonate with them. So they might say, even though I'm scared to go to school, I know it's going to be okay because my mum is going to be there with me from the first day. Whatever it is, it could be anything, but you make the words fit your situation, okay? So that's the setup statement. Next, we're going to do the reminder statement. So the next thing we do is the reminder statement or reminder phrase. Now, before you do that though, of course, you need to know where to tap. Some of you have done this with me before, but if you haven't, I'm going to give you a reminder of how to tap on the points on the body. So you tap about 5 to 7 times, and just a bit of a caution, some people do this differently. Some people start in different places, some people use different tapping points. This is the way I do it. There is no right or wrong way, really. I tell people, you know, the tapping police ain't going to come and get you. The worst thing that could happen is that something doesn't work straight away or you need to amend things. But I'm going to work with you starting with the eyebrow point. I need to tap on my diction. So we're going to tap on the eyebrow here, then we're going to follow the eyebrow around to the side of the eye, then under the eye, under the nose, chin, and that cleft there, collarbone point, which you've got your soft fleshy part and the collarbone points are on either side, underarm, about there, ending with the top of the head. Now that's just a demonstration. When you tap, we do about 5 to 7 times each one, tapping gently, but so that you can feel it. Continuing to think about the problem. That is the important thing. You're bringing up the issue, you're bringing up the emotion, and you're tapping at the same time. Starting here, eyebrow, side of eye, under nose, chin, collarbone, either side, underarm, top of head. We have tapping points on either side of the body. You don't have to do them both. One is perfectly adequate. It would be difficult to do them both. I stick with one. It keeps it simple. So that's the tapping points. And now you need to think about that statement, the reminder statement or the reminder phrase, what you're going to say. Well, the whole point of it is to remind you to tap, to remind you what you're tapping for. So if I was saying distress, or let's stick with stress for a moment. So I might say distress, 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 feeling stressed, so stressed, feeling stressed, feeling stressed, feeling stressed. Now that is one round. You would say that while you were thinking about the problem. But while you're thinking about the problem, other things are going to come up. You're actually going to be thinking about that stress that you are actually aware of and that you're wanting to tap on. So let me give you an example of how that might work. So for example, I'm making videos today. It always takes me a while to get lighting set up, and sometimes I get a little stressed that I should be ready by now and I'm a little overwhelmed. So I might say, this stress, I'm running out of time. I need to get this done. I've been procrastinating. I really need to get this done. I'm feeling stressed. I'm going to run out of time. So that's just one example. Or let's say that you're actually just feeling generally overwhelmed in your life. Think about something that's particularly stressing you out or giving you overwhelm. The more specific, the better. And think about, what would you say if you were telling me? Or if you were telling your best friend? If you were actually explaining it, what would you be saying? And tap on those type of words. This overwhelm. I've never got enough time. I'm never going to get everything done. I thought I were going to start the year better. But here I am, overwhelmed, feeling stressed, feeling overwhelmed. That's one round. You can then keep going. So stressed, so much to do. How am I ever going to get everything done? How am I ever going to get done? The house is a mess. I've got projects to do. I need to cook some food. My car needs a service. Keep going. I have so much to do. How am I going to get it done? How am I ever going to get finished? So much to do. So much to do. Feeling overwhelmed. Feeling so stressed. Feeling so stressed. So you keep tapping and you keep thinking about what the problem is. And as you tap, what you begin to find is the feelings start to subside and you start to feel a little bit better. And often as you tap, you also start to find solutions. So you might start again and say, this stress. Maybe if I take a deep breath, I can get this stuff done. I can get this stuff done. I'm beginning to feel a little bit better. Maybe if I just take one thing at a time, allow myself to relax a little bit. Because it will get done eventually. And the more stressed I get, the less I get done. Because I overthink things. So maybe I just need to take a breath and allow myself the time I need. Work on my priorities. Figure out the list of what I need to do. And just let it go. I'm ready to let this stress 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 go. Feeling less stressed. Feeling less stressed. Feeling less stressed. So that is the reminder statement. Whatever it is that you need to tap on think about that, a word or phrase, and just keep tapping. But also, if you want to focus on the actual problem, you can discuss it with yourself as if you're talking to somebody else. And if you get a little lost, come back to that phrase to remind you where you are right now. So just a reminder on the process, you do the setup statement and you do the reminder statement. And then hopefully it will have come down by that number that you originally began. And if it hasn't, there are some other things that we can do. Or if it's come down but you want to actually bring it down even further, there are some other things that you can do. So watch some of my other videos and let's move along and bring it down even further.